I'll give you the address because I ended up booking it for 2022.
You have a
Yeah,
background of the place you want to go visit, Rosaline? Is that
I
what you're
think
doing with your
it's
Zoom?
yeah, it's pretty much that's what it is. I was gonna go and send here it is, the link.
Awesome. I tried to show it to Abby and then I, for some reason, didn't have it. So I would love to.
Yeah, Waterville. Let me see, where is it? Go to itinerary. I've got so many I've got so many Airbnbs now that I can't go to. Like they're all in my emails, but like okay, which ones have I booked? Where are they? Okay, this may take a while. Yeah, it's definitely might talk amongst yourselves. Oh yeah,
Sorry.
I got it.
I wish I had something interesting to say. I think it's a sign though that my vacuum quit again. I'm just not meant to vacuum. That's what I'm taking that as.
I have a Roomba. I love my Roomba.
I do too. And I do like that, but that does require that I pick up. So this one, my other vacuum, I can just sort of vacuum around the shit. And my little, we call him Kevin because we yell at him and when he does something.
Oh.
He's launched himself down the stairs only once, but it makes it very helpful to have something to yell at.
Yeah.
I like that he's Kevin. We what's oh, there's a Henry. Do you have a Henry Hoover?
Henry's the dog.
Oh yeah. No, but Henry. Oh no. Henry's a make of very good vacuum cleaner.
Oh. No, ours is the Roomba is the move around one, and then the other one is just some cheap one that when it gets to, I'm not sure why, but it.
Oh, I don't think you might be able to. Sorry, I just sent a link to like my booking. I don't think. Let me know if you can.
Yeah.
Can you see it?
Yes.
You might be able. We can see it in the chat. Let's see if it works.
Yeah. Does it?
Awesome. Thank you.
Oh no, it doesn't work.
No, I thought it didn't. Okay, so I need to find it from.
Because that's your booking that we'd have to be signed in as you.
Yeah. So show details. I'm trying to find it. Well, I guess I'll just type in Waterville because there can't be many. Yeah. Anyway, how is California?
It is sunny and I'm looking out at a palm tree and I can see the bay on the horizon. So it's good. I'm looking forward to getting outside and going for a walk after having started my workday at 5 a.m., which was not so great. But yeah, the whole day I've been like, okay, like it's lunchtime. And then I look at the clock here and it's like 8:30 a.m. It's like, it feels like it's lunchtime to me. I'm like,
that's the beauty of working from home. It can be lunchtime.
So anyway, it's
where exactly are you? What's the name of the town you're in?
I am in a little town called Berkeley.
Oh, okay. I couldn't remember. I know you. That's really nice though. What a beautiful place to walk.
Yeah, it's very hilly. It's much hillier than what I'm used to. So I'm actually right on the Berkeley-Oakland border. So if I walk like 3 blocks from here, I'm in Oakland. And so I'm closer to like downtown Oakland than to Berkeley. But we're kind of in the Berkeley foothills, right? So just beautiful houses around here, gorgeous gardens.
Yeah.
And are you at an Airbnb or at your friend's?
I'm in an Airbnb, but next door to my friend's house.
How convenient.
So what's the neighborhood called?
Rockridge. It's
the
Rockridge BART. Yeah,
it's exactly where you are.
Rockridge. Yeah, less than a half a mile up the hill from Rockridge BART. So,
Astrid, where did you live when you were down there?
Near Ashby BART. So
Oh,
also
okay.
on that,
Yeah.
but more in the flats,
Right.
right there
Right.
between Berkeley and Oakland.
Right.
But
That's fun.
just that 1 year. Because
Laurel, is it raining like crazy there?
No.
Man, that it must just have come on shore north of you because it is unbelievably wet right now for us.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's a mess.
You got out of getting hammered on the East Coast. They're getting
I was going to
just
say, you have nothing to
hammered.
complain about. Everybody I've been on the phone with today has had, I don't know, between 5 and 10 inches of snow and are expecting another 5 to 10 inches over the
Yeah.
next 24 hours. So.
I talked
I
to
was
my
thinking
brother.
about Dawn must be really experiencing home the full winter force.
Is it that far north in Michigan?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if they have as much as they do in Pennsylvania, but yeah, that's a lot of snow.
And it's cold as shit in New York. It's
Fuck
so
that.
Yeah, it was really cold. I mean, I think in DC it's actually less snow, but it was sleeting this morning, so everybody's pretty miserable. It was like, 30 degrees or something. So.
Yeah, those are the memories that I have of Washington. A lot of sleet,
Mhm.
and then the occasional snowy hill that we could sled down as kids.
Right. Yeah.
Rosalind, where are you, and what is that background behind you? I'm sorry.
Where else can I possibly be? I'm just in Oxford, but the building site behind me was I was going to be in a huge number of Zoom calls this week, and I just kind of, everybody looks at me and goes, "Oh no, Rosalind, you poor thing, all that building work going on behind you." So I just thought, oh fuck it. So I found Airbnb have backgrounds you can download for your Zoom.
That's amazing.
So I just downloaded this one. I think it's from County Kerry somewhere, but hopefully near where I'm going to go visit in 2022.
It's very pretty. I'm
You're
gonna
all
have to check
invited.
that out.
Can we all come?
Well, I have not
Yeah,
yet.
exactly.
Hey,
Anybody who offers a trip to Ireland, I'm up for. I've
Yeah,
wanted to
well,
go for
it's there.
25 years, and somehow I always just end up in Scotland. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
well,
I just need to get a ferry or a
Too
plane.
muchness. This is not England.
Well, I'm actually remembering we are celebrating an Irish holiday today, right?
We're
Yes.
celebrating St. Bridget's Day.
Oh,
Or
Which-
Imbolc. How do you pronounce that? Imbolc?
I never heard that. That's a made up thing. But
What?
that's which is fine.
isn't Saint
That's
Bridget like one of the few saints that crosses over from pre-Christian into the Christian
Yeah.
era?
Yeah.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah, Imbolc. I don't know. Yeah, I hadn't come across that, Laurel, but maybe.
So
But this is
one of
the
my
reasons-
staff told me they were taking the day off today to celebrate their religious holiday. And I was like, what?
I think Imbolc is like lambing season, if I'm not mistaken. It has something to do with the birth of
It's
Yeah.
definitely
it's-
Wiccan.
baby creatures. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think it is. Okay, say what? Spell it again, Laurel.
IMBLC.
BOLC, right? Imbolc.
Yeah, has to be vowel in
So
there.
it's like one of the lesser holidays. Like you have the equinoxes, you have the solstice, and then you have Imbolc, and then I
Oh
believe
yeah,
Lughnasadh,
IMBOLC. You're right.
yeah, is its other counterpart. So that's like the 6 high holidays of pagans.
Yes.
Yeah, so it got replaced by St. Bridget's Day, I think, would be.
That's
because
perfect though.
we were never told about Imbolc for sure. But we did.
Well, I guess
make
if it's pagan, yeah, you wouldn't. You may
Yeah.
not have been.
Yeah, but we did make a big deal about Bridie, about Bridget, because she was, the first Irish female saint. And the reason that we used to all get really confused was that I think in the Celtic calendar, or traditionally, the 1st of February was the beginning of spring, which is way early, right? So I remember learning it. I must have learned some poem or something with the nuns, and we were definitely, February was kind of the beginning of spring. But then that later as an adult, I was like, that can't be right. So as a result, I think we're a bit confused. But so yeah, I think because the snowdrops and little crocuses are beginning to bud, and because there's some birds around, lots of little birds around. And we all used to make Bridget crosses from reeds and hang them over your door at your house. And that's still very normal to see in people's houses. Yeah.
I remember I used to date a guy whose mother was from England, and on the first of the month, and I still do, just because she always said on the first of the month, you always say rabbits, rabbits, rabbits as the first thing that you say when you wake up.
Oh, not pinch punch first of the month.
Oh.
No, rabbits, rabbits, rabbits is what my grandmother always said. And my cousins still do that, like for good luck.
Yeah.
I think so. I'm not sure that it's ever panned out, but I I'll take anything I can get.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
rabbits, rabbits, rabbits.
Rabbit, rabbit, rabbit. Very good. Yeah, no,
I mean, that was the same grandmother that had red rabbit that we talked about.
Pink bunny or whatever it was.
Red bunny, yeah, red bunny.
Which is funny because everybody had the name for it, and I looked at the picture and I was like, oh, that's a toasty cheesy. I mean, I guess everybody has a different name for it, but we all had it as kids, right?
Yeah, but the red bunny had tomato soup concentrate on it. That's what it was. It was.
That's a pizza.
Oh, okay. That's an elementary school.
It was
lunch.
a cheesy, yeah, it was a cheesy toasty, except with tomato soup on it.
I love it.
Yeah. Which, like, do they even make condensed tomato soup anymore? They must, right?
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
We've got one in our cupboard right now.
That is a Robert staple in our family.
Yeah.
Is it still the one from concentrate?
Campbell's.
Oh my God. Yeah. Robert,
Oh.
he loves that stuff. You give him a grilled cheese sandwich and some tomato soup and he's in heaven.
Exactly.
Yeah, I guess now we just buy them like in those liter things where you just, you don't have to mix in the milk.
Oh, sacrilege.
Okay. Did anybody else's grandma or somebody collect the Campbell soup labels when you were a kid? And you would turn them in for like at school, and the Campbells would donate to your school.
I remember that.
And I think my grandpa, when I was growing up, he must have eaten a can of Campbell soup every single day, because I would I would be like the most popular kid in elementary school for one day, because I'd go visit my grandma and then come back with like,
stack.
Yeah, like several hundred Campbell soup labels. And I'm sure they had something like, a little chart on the door or something that they would, who contributed what things. I mean, my family would have like a can of soup maybe every month. I don't know. We didn't eat.
Well, my mom was
my mom was too much of a hippie. I'm sure she made everything from
scratch.
Yeah.
I do remember that was
the Midwest. So if we had anything on the table, it was a casserole, and it had noodles, can of cream and mushroom soup, and then
we had that too.
About the meat.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's apparently something brand new, which no.
I still like that tuna casserole with the noodles, the can of tuna and cream of mushroom soup.
And the little square mushrooms that my brother would line around their plates at the end of the meal. It was like all those little square mushrooms.
Yeah. I'm with her there.
Cooking with cans, always so much fun.
Cooking with cans, yeah.
True.
Yeah, it's a little bit disturbing when you're looking for recipes and it says take 1 can of condensed.
Right. One can of this, 1 can of that, 1 can of this, and then mix it together and stick it in the oven. That was probably the first meal that I learned how to cook was probably tuna casserole. I would imagine when I was maybe like 7 or 8 years old and I was cooking
I think
dinner.
so. Yeah. That
My mom started us early. My
We're
sister
just
was
about to
making
get
floppy
Freya going.
joes.
Oh, we're about to get Freya going on making dinner one night a week.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
How does she feel about this?
You know, how do you think she feels about it? That's how she feels about
She
it.
likes to bake though, right?
Yeah, no, she has her moments where she likes to make things, but sort of the idea that you're becoming a regular contributor to, things like doing
When it's required.
Mm-hmm.
No more fun. Yeah.
But at least somebody else has to do the dishes.
Right.
When you cook, that's always a good thing.
True. That was a good thing. Yeah. Yeah, she's already doing some chores like, cleaning the litter boxes, things that I really don't like doing.
Mm-hmm.
Doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think sometimes it's more challenging for the parent because I did that when we first moved back, and Z's meals were not, we'd get like ramen.
Well, a friend of mine has a business called Cook With What You Have.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
And so she does cooking classes and whatnot. And she made this phenomenal book for her son for Christmas. It's your turn. It's your night
To cook dinner. Uh-huh.
And it's this beautiful, like, a collection of all the recipes that Ellis has made.
Oh, nice.
He's a year older than Freya.
Mm-hmm.
And then she bound it all together for him as a Christmas present. And all of her friends on Instagram just went gaga over it. And so she did a print run. we all bought them. And so these are kid-tested, kid-approved recipes.
Nice.
Nice. And so we're thinking that's a good place to start. And because she's a trained chef, they're actually decent. Yes, there's ramen, but it sends you off to go and get this like hand-rolled organic ramen noodles, that you get here in Portland. But at least the meals are nutritionally balanced and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And they're easy enough for a 12 or 13-year-old to make. So
yeah.
So we'll see how that goes.
Awesome.
I look forward to hearing about them the day after.
Yeah. We'll ease her into it.
I know, even though Abby's 20, anytime I do get her to help, it is such an incredible just wasteland after she's done that it takes me maybe 30 minutes to get something beginning to end, and it's done and it's decent, and I clean up as I go along.
Uh-huh.
If there's a pan unused or a spatula or something unused, it's unusual.
I know.
He's cooked like that. That's my husband right there.
Yeah.
So he cooks.
Yeah, and then
but it's like
He managed to use every single pot in the house. I do not understand. You make spaghetti.
That was tonight. That was tonight. Yeah. We only had sausage and mash, and it was still.
Yeah, the idea of one pot meals.
Yeah.
Not sure where she missed that, but
there's a really nice series of books, British cookbooks called The Roasting Tin, and it's like the green roasting tin, which is all vegetarian and vegan, the 30-minute roasting tin, and it's all like roasting tin, bung it in the oven, walk away, come back. They're really successful.
Nice.
Is that like a sheet pan kind of?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I got into sheet pan recipes for a while because it is pretty easy. You just throw it in a sheet pan, throw it on the oven, and then put it over some rice or something.
Yeah.
My problem is I mean, at this point, all I have is time, but usually I don't think about dinner until I'm way too hungry.
Yeah.
And now it's just me, so it doesn't matter. I mean, who cares? But yeah.
Well, I've gotten very fond of my Instant Pot, which is,
I've never had one of those.
You know,
What did you call them?
it's called an instant pot. It's basically like a pressure cooker that is self-contained. It's got a little electric unit in it, so you don't. It's not a stovetop pressure cooker.
It's
And it
more
comes
similar to
with-
a rice cooker.
Yeah, and it's got a bunch of pre-programmed settings and so on. And it turns out there's now this just explosion of recipes for the instant pot. And
But it's different from a slow cooker.
Yeah, it's different. You can use it as a slow cooker, but no, it actually cooks quite fast. So, for example, I made a roast in it, and it took like 60 minutes for like a 3-pound roast that usually would be in the oven for God knows how many hours, right? So it's quite so it makes cooking dinner much easier. And to your point, Mary, a lot of the recipes end up being like one pot meals. So that's kind of fun.
But more for a crowd, right, Astrid?
Well, we like having leftovers, so like I'll make a chicken curry with 2 pounds of chicken breast, and that makes a nice dinner for 3 of us, and plus leftovers for a day or two.
Right.
But yes, to your point, for just one, it's kind of hard, and unless I made something just a quinoa thing the other night, and threw up in a bunch of vegetables, and it's like.
Then like a week later, you're still eating it.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, I've got hot dogs and hot dog buns that I'm going to take out to the homeless in our area soon. I'm like, can I just put the rest of that in a container and take that as a meal? Because I'm kind of done.
Yeah. I wonder if they make smaller versions of them.
I do too. Yeah.
They don't. I haven't seen them because I was going to get one for Abby, and I haven't seen.
It's like a college opportunity that's being missed right there.
Oh, it's not missed. There are more instant pots at the end, like in the dorm. When Abby was in the dorm, there were when you leave, we could have brought home probably 20 of them that were not even opened.
Children, God.
Well, yeah.
We used to do this thing in boarding school. It was sort of a cylindrical open lid kind of water kettle. So not like a all closed, looks like a tea kettle kind of thing, but it was just like a water boiler with like a little hot plate. And the stuff we managed to cook in that was just a little bit absurd. Like,
I remember those. I had one of those too.
You could make like a spaghetti meal in there, no problem. You just have to time it right, and the heating element got a little bit gunky, but such a great effect, that little appliance.
I wonder if they still make those.
I wonder if they do. Yeah.
There's a thing on in all of my busy time. One of my binge watching was a show that this one woman does, and she is given an appliance and she has to make something with it. So she has like a coffee maker, an electric coffee maker, and she makes like this extravagant stew, or she has a waffle iron and she makes this unbelievable stuff that you're like, wait, how does that even work? And she does it. She has an iron. She makes something with an iron one time. And
is it only women? Is it only women?
It's only one woman.
Oh, okay.
And it's maybe 8 episodes or something like that. I don't know, but it's entertaining if nothing else. I mean, she's a hoot, but I think that was either Hulu or Netflix.
I like those kind of shows.
Yeah.
Okay, well, shall we get going on our pagan prayer?
Yes, please.
Where's